You're a grown ass man and you simply whine about your kid. I'm sick of seeing it. And I'm about to lay down and go to sleep. But I just got up off this bullshit. These dudes keep, man, it's just too much, bruh. Y'all need to man up and get some nuts when it comes to these females in these courts. I'm telling you, man, you're going to ruin your child, bro. Your child going to be somewhere looking stupid. I'm gonna be honest with you, all right? Sitting up with no daddy, stuff going on, trying to play football, no daddy, trying to play baseball, no daddy. I'm telling you, and I don't even get into statistics because I don't care about no statistics, but I'm telling you right now, listen, man, these young boys right now, they out here looking crazy. Skinny, pants hanging down, no muscles, no sports, can't fight, got guns. That's all I keep seeing, okay? That's all I keep seeing in my community, the black community. And it's bad. It is really terrible. You got a few black kids that succeeding in football, basketball. They got good parents and all this other stuff, man. But we out here looking like clowns, our kids. I'm going to be honest with you. That's exactly what we're doing, okay? And I'm just finna go ahead and just do this show right here. I'm going to keep it real. I ain't finna watch what I'm saying. I ain't going to cuss a lot. I'm not finna undercut. I'm just finna tell y'all the truth. So I'm going to tell you my story, and y'all learn from my story. And y'all gotta stop this crying and whining. I'm telling you, man, I ain't got no respect for a dude that's sitting up crying about his kid. If you crying about your kid because your feelings hurt, I understand that because I love my children. But I ain't got no respect, no dude sitting up here crying about the courts because his baby mama trying to bully him with cuss over the kids, and these courts trying to bully you with the custody of your child, man. Y'all need to quit this weak stuff, man. Dude, you a grown ass man. You sit up here whining about your kid. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to tell you my story. Y'all listen good. I'm going to tell you right now from start to finish. You can sit and listen, or you could jump off and go somewhere and cry some more. All right. I'm going to tell you right now. So let me tell you my story. I got into a divorce with my wife. Okay. So first they tried to get this mediator, like $2,000, yada, yada, whoop the woo, and that was like the easy route out. But we was talking on a Zoom meeting. And this lady talking about, y'all talking about my son, my youngest son, my other son. I think he about 18 that time. He about to go to college or something like that. I don't know how old he was, but he lived with me, but he about 18 going to college. So he really wasn't in his custody battle. And there wasn't no custody battle in the beginning. So the lady get to talking on a Zoom meeting. Then she talking about, let's talk about shared parenting. Or like who gonna see the kid win. And my wife was on a Zoom meeting. She say, man, he about to go crazy. And guess what I did? I went crazy on both of them. I'm telling you right now. And the lady got scared and got off the Zoom meeting. And when I tell these stories, I'm not telling no lies. You just listen good, all right? But lady, the mediator lady from South Florida got off the Zoom meeting. Because it wasn't going to go well with me. You not finna tell me when I can see my child. You can go play with anybody else. You can talk to anybody else. You can kiki with anybody else. You can do what you want to do. But if you trying to tell me when I can see my child, guess what? Your life on the line. Because I ain't going to play with you. You can play with me all day. You can say what you want to do to me. I ignore you. But you're not finna play with my child. I'll tell you that right now. So we get out of that little situation. Then we still cool at the time. So then, this person had moved back to her hometown. Okay, cool. So my son was living with me. Both my sons were living with me at the time. So he lived with me. So, and the person called me on the phone and say, hey, and I can get in my message to show you the whole conversation, but I'm going to tell it because in my head, I remember stories and stuff like that happened to me. I got a story from 30, 40 years ago. So she texted me, she called me. She said, hey, bring our son to Sam's Club in Gainesville because she want him to come up there with her. I said, now mind you, the judge done denied her twice from taking our son to her town. In which the town is Lake City, Florida. I ain't holding back tonight, okay? It's a town. You can mention the name. So she was like, oh, bring it to Gainesville. I told him, bring it to Gainesville. He want to come see it. I want to come up there right now. So then she telling me, you're going to either bring the Gainesville, I'm going to call your house of police, okay? Let me tell you, I'm going to keep it real with y'all, okay? Ain't no sugarcoat tonight, all right? I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Bring the police. I told her she could bring a SWAT team, okay? Because in the 90s, late 90s, man, it was 15 FBI agents knocking on my front door and at the back door. So I don't care who you bring because I'm not scared of the police. I'm not scared of no kind of agency, none of that, bro. Bring whoever you want to bring. I'll be sitting right here at the house, okay? I'll be sitting right here, me and my kids. And at the time, it's me and three of my other sons living there. My two sons with her, and my second oldest son, he lived with me. So we there chill at the house. So she tells me if you don't do it, she gonna bring the police over here. 2-3 hours later, I guess she drove from Lake City to Orlando. 2-3 hours later, knocking on the door. Okay. Who knocking on my door? Church people. Who is it? I go to the door. It's the police. Yeah, man. What is it? We got a 911 call. A 911 call for what? My kids upstairs playing video games, and I'm cooking. It's Sunday. I'm watching movies, man. What do you want? I look outside. My son's mom over there in the SUV. She's sitting in the car because she didn't call 911. Now you got this a time when George Floyd getting done. You know, they killed George Floyd. They done shot Breonna Taylor. So you gonna come to my house, and I'll stay in a good neighborhood, not in the bragging way, but I stay in a decent neighborhood, and bring the police when you got 4 black males living in the house and the police acting ugly with black people. That's what I was dealing with. So I'm minding my business. So the man come, he knock on the door. I call my son from upstairs. I call him, I yell his name. I'm always yelling, hey, come here, whatever, in the house. So, and I know I'm talking fast, telling the story fast, but my adrenaline running because I was just laying here watching his Facebook, and I'm tired of these dudes crying all the time about their kids. Okay. So he said, well, you got paperwork. I like, yeah, and the police was cool. He wasn't really like being aggressive or doing it. He was just at the door chilling. I said, man, I'm gonna print this paperwork out. I'm gonna give it to you. So I went in there and printed the paperwork out where this judge in Orange County, Florida, denied my wife from taking him to her town twice. Her lawyer kept trying to get him to go get it twice. Okay. So I gotta tell the full story. Okay. So then I was gonna come outside. It's like, man, don't come outside because I'm already aggravated. So I just go back in the house. So I'm really chilling today. Sunday's movie time. So the police leave. So the phone ring. I think she called my son on his phone. And he did not want to go to Lake City. Period, point blank. He did not want to go. So he didn't want to go with his mom. So instead of her bringing the police, she could have knocked on the door. I ain't mad at her. She could have came in the house, talked to my son, see if he wanted to go. She could have took a nap, got something to eat. I could have cared less. But that's the kind of person I'm dealing with. Like, I've been dealing with this going on 5 years right now, this extra bull job. I don't even care about the money I done spent on lawyers, $150. I probably spent $180,000 arguing with this girl back and forth for 5 years. I don't even really care about that. But one thing about it, when you start involving my children, then that's where the problems come in with me. So she outside crying. I'm telling the whole story. I ain't finna make up, sugarcoat nothing. I've been playing these videos. I'm not playing tonight. So she outside crying in the car. My son go out there and talk to her. He don't want to go with his mom. Okay, cool. And one thing I don't believe in doing is keeping a child away from the parent. Okay, I ain't finna do all that. Okay, because one thing about me, I got 8 kids, and they come stay with me sometime. When they was younger, they grown now. All my children grown. Okay, they would come stay with me sometimes, and they go back to their moms. Oh, stay with daddy and Florida. They come stay with me. They stay a year, go to school. They go back. Okay, see you later. When any of my children want to go stay with their mom, I see you later. Okay. I don't try to hold them against their will, none of that, because I'm busy, I'm working, I'm getting money. I don't have time for it. Okay. And that wasn't the case with this situation. So he talking to his mom, whatever. I'm gonna tell the whole story for real. And it's women, she out there crying and this, that, and women cry about their kids. I understand that. So then I feel sorry for her because the judge done it out her twice, and that is her son. So I say, okay, I'm gonna sign for my son to go stay with you 3 months. Okay. And 3 months at $350 a month, and I'm gonna get into a little details. When I signed the paperwork, I was busy. I was getting a lot of calls from a car detailing company. I wasn't paying attention to paperwork, and I had a little dumb lawyer. So when I signed the paperwork, it was for $1,050 in alimony, $350 a month in child support. But it was a temporary custody order for him to go stay with his mom in Lake City for 3 months. That's all it was, a temporary custody order. Okay. So, okay, cool, man, go stay with your mom 3 months. Because one thing I don't believe in is denying a parent access to the child. It's not fair to the parent. Okay, so are you women out here doing this, denying, keeping the dad from seeing their kids and getting the child support money? Because I've learned from my situation, some people petty over change, like petty over change. Man, I'm telling you right now. I ain't saying it because I got a decent income from my company. But one thing about me, man, I'm not going to be petty over a small amount of money. You can believe that, okay? So he goes stay 3 months. He like, Dad, when I'm coming back home, when I'm coming back, I don't want to be up here. He talking about the school. He don't want to stay up there talking about the people in school and all this other stuff. He say he don't want to get out of bed. He depressed at the school. Okay, son, just stay with your mom right now. And then, I got a court date coming up, and it was a temporary order, so you're gonna come back and stay with your dad. So court date come up. I'm tell you right now, Because I'm not finna sugarcoat nothing tonight. These judges be playing games, but I ain't gonna get into it. Because if I start getting into it, talking about, they're gonna cut this off. So I'm gonna leave that alone tonight. Okay. So these judges be playing games. So, hey man, what about my son coming back? Oh yeah, we'll get to it. This. So they pass it over, close the meeting now. Okay, so I see they playing. So okay. And really, to be honest with you, keep it real with you, man, they playing with the wrong person. Okay, you got to go play with somebody else. Okay, because one thing when it comes to my children, and to keep it real with y'all, man. Okay, man, listen, I ain't gonna say too much because they'll cut this off. But one thing comes to my children, you're not gonna play with my children. Okay. Okay, you're not gonna play with my children because you play with my kids, man. It might be some slow singing and flower bringing. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. Okay, so we gonna get off that. So back to the subject. So my son up there with his mom. So I'm busy, I open up a detail shopping and then I got whoop. So my son got comfortable a little bit. I say, okay, son, dad's busy right now, but I'm gonna come back and get you in a minute, And when his next court date, he texts me stuff, when the next court date, I want to email the judge because he don't want to stay with his mom. Okay. He don't want to stay with his mom. I don't care who don't like it. I'm telling the truth. He don't want to be with his mom, and I ain't got time for it tonight. But I'll read all the text messages he sent from me where he said he don't want to stay with his mom not treating him right, trying to make him pay for a haircut, all this other stuff when I'm paying a $350 month in child support. So, and they sitting right here if you don't believe all these text messages from my child. But I ain't got time to go over that because I'm dead serious enough. Okay. And this show is really to help you dudes out to stop all this bitch ass whining. I ain't never seen so many men acting like HOES. I'm trying to cuss on this show and talk ignorant and all this other stuff. But I just, like I said, I was laying down about to go to sleep, and I just keep seeing these dudes whining about their kids. I'm going to stop it. And Tyrese, now I ain't going to talk about the dude, but he ought to be shaming himself. I don't see how anybody come around, even a female, can respect a man pouting like that over his child. I'm telling you, and I understand crying about your children. I understand all that because I got high emotions for my kids. Believe that. So, but I understand that. But when somebody doing something to you and you finna cry about it, people, you could just say, hey man, listen, you're not gonna do this to me, and you can stand up for yourself about it. That's nothing to cry about. Okay. That's nothing to cry about. Okay. If your kid get hurt or get their arm broken, I see you crying about that because your child is hurt. But crying about what a female doing to you or some course doing to you, man, cut it out, bro. Cut it out. Okay. So I ain't really gonna say what's on my mind. Right? I'm gonna give y'all about 80%, okay? Because I'm telling y'all, man, this head be having a whole lot of thoughts, and some don't be good. I believe in God. I go to church, praise God. I don't believe in violence against people. I mean, I don't believe in hurting people and stuff like that. But I will smack the fire to you. So I'm just gonna say that right now. So what I'm saying is like, okay, back to the subject. And I'm not even gonna edit this show. I'm just gonna run it. You don't like I'm gonna edit. I know how to edit. I learned how to edit a month ago. I ain't even gonna edit this show. So my son up there, he minded to be. He kind of got a little comfortable. Okay, I got another text message. Okay, what's the judge email? If they don't want to be with his mom, I went in another court date. So what's going on? I'm in Atlanta, busy, going back and forth. He had his mom's. I guess he comfortable. He said, "Dad, I'm good right now." Okay, cool. All right, then. So I ain't gonna worry about it. So now I had this real expensive lawyer. We supposed to go to court. And she like, okay, he old enough where he can just come to court and say who he want to live with. So he old enough to come to court and say he want to live with. Okay, cool. So we got this trial coming up for the divorce. I'm gonna talk about this on another show, man, because y'all gotta listen to me and listen good. Number one, I ain't never been weak. Okay, I ain't never been no sucker. Okay, I ain't never let you know female where she gonna tell me what to do, run me, do none of that. Okay, because I tell you right now, the person I am, you're not gonna do nothing to me. Because I tell you right now, if you keep doing something to me, acting ugly with me, I got something for you. Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now. So if anybody thinking a female doing this to me, one of my friends come up and say, "Oh, I'm sorry I had to go through that." I don't go through nothing. Because when somebody doing something to me, guess what? I'm gonna tell them they better stop doing it. They don't stop doing it. Guess what? Okay, keep it up. All right, then. So I'm gonna leave that at that. So back to the subject. So this really expensive lawyer, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. She was tired all tomorrow. So she telling me, "Oh yeah, he can come to court instead." So she put in the paperwork where he can come to court and testify like who he want to live with. So, but mind you, you got to listen to me and listen good now. These courts be playing with people's kids. They be playing with people on the whole thing that's going on. And I ain't whining about it. I don't cry about it because I don't worry about it. Because I'm going to say it again. If you keep on doing something to me, I got something for that. Okay. I'm about to edit this out because I know these people sensitive, all this stuff, all this cancel coach, all this other stuff. So, um, so he's supposed to come to court and testify. So we had a court date come, like a trial date, a whole day trial about getting a divorce, money, all this other stuff. Man, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all gonna take it from a real nigga. All this is a bunch of bull jive. I'm telling you right now. If your money not right, if you broke, if you ain't got no nuts, guess what? These courts gonna do you dirty. And if you ain't gonna stand up for yourself, you might as well go on and stay back with your mama. And I'm not being critical, people stay with your mama. You might as well go and lay back at your mama, pay that alimony, and take that lick they done gave you, even though if they might have did you wrong, if you're not gonna stand up for yourself, okay? And there's a lot of dudes out here with no nuts. They ain't got no nuts at all, and I feel sorry for them. I'm friends with some of them. I'm cousins with some of them, and I ain't gonna even say that I'm brothers with some of them, but we gonna leave that at that, okay? Some of these men ain't got no nuts, all right? And if anybody don't like what I'm saying, you know where to find me. So back to the subject matter. So they got it where to come to court. So we had this court date, but they didn't bring my son. So the judge, like, and these judges, they'll talk to you any kind of way. I'm telling you right now, but I ain't gonna talk about that tonight. But start talking about that tonight, guess what? They're gonna cut the show off. So they'll talk to me any kind of way. So they come, they talk about, oh, I'm talking about, we could charge you with contempt now, man. You know, he's supposed to be in court, all this other stuff, man. You know, so we're gonna reset the court date, this, that, and you better bring in the court out. And, you know, that's why they be talking to people, man. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. Sometimes people be talking to people a certain way, but guess what? God made outside. So you might be able to talk to people a certain kind of way inside a building and do all this extra talk, but you got to remember that God made outside. So, yeah, you know, that's all I'm saying about that. And I ain't making no threats against nobody because my kids with me. I ain't thinking about nothing that happened in the past. They got that, and I done kept it moving. So back to the subject matter. So we got another court date coming up. So my son, he ready to get away from his mom. He ready to get out this little small town, man. I'm telling you right now. So the other day, court date come up, and you know, all this stuff going on. They got people testifying against me. Like, it's just a bunch of bullshit, man. But the courts, the lawyers, they keep all this going so they can make money, man. I'm telling you, that's what they do. And these lawyers, they gonna try to pit you against each other. My wife lawyer telling her, don't talk to me. You know why she don't want to talk to me? Because she don't want to come with agreement and move on, and she can't make the money. I'm telling you, man, until you experience this, you're gonna have to listen to me and go on and subscribe and like. I don't care if you don't subscribe and like, because I don't make my money off this, and I don't eat a crumb of food off this show. Because I tell you, like I said, another show, I probably got $15,000-$17,000 all this equipment, all this stuff you see in the closet, and I ain't made a quarter. So I ain't doing it for money or none of that. I'm doing it to help people out, talk, and just a little entertainment. Okay. So my son come to court. So they put you out the courtroom to talk to your child because I'm worried about like he's scared to say something because the other parent in there, you know, this, that. So so we leave the courtroom, come back, this, that, go through all this other mess. And keep it real with y'all. They working against me. This lawyer that charged me all this money, she cool. She been doing 25 years. She real good. You know what she told me? She said, you're not going to win. They're going to work against you. She told me that in the beginning. I'm telling you right now. She told me in her office, right 2 blocks from the courthouse, they're going to work against you. When I got to trial, guess what they did? They worked against me. And one thing about me, man, you cannot do nothing really to me to phase me. Like I said in the show, I got to lose somebody I love to phase me. They can take these cars. They could take my business. Anything is not going to phase me. Going to court, I done been in a courtroom where they trying to sentence me to 78 to 97 months. This 20 years ago. I done had 15 FBI agents beating on my door. This 20-some years ago. So one police come to the house, you talking about bring the police to my house, bring them. We talk about, hey, I'm going to put you in jail for 30 days. This, I'm going to tell y'all another story about this old child support bulljive. Man, listen, bro. I got sentenced to 46 months at one point in time. And guess what? When I got sentenced, I had to do. They gave me time to get my affairs in order, and I had to turn myself in. And 3 people I loved the most was sitting in the car. So you talking about putting me in jail for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, man, run it then. Run it. Because I turned myself in to do 46 months in a federal prison in Florida. And like I said, when I turned myself in, I love my wife. She was in the car. My oldest son was in the car. And it was my youngest son at the time, birthday. So I turned myself in on his first birthday. So if you think you're going to phase me by, oh, you don't do this, we're going to use 30 days, 60, 90 days. Run it then, because I'm gonna go in here and lay down, and all my bills on auto pay except my rent, and my kids gonna pay the rent till I get out. So that's what I feel about that. Every one of my bills on auto pay, every credit card, electric bill on auto pay. So run it, and that's what I'm telling you. They try to threaten you with child support, jail, all this stuff. Man, come on, man, don't come to me with that whole nigga shit, bro. Don't. You gotta go with these dudes. They're scary. They're scared of jail, all that other stuff. Man, I done seen too much of my life to be scared of any of that stuff, man. So I done had guns pulled on me in Chicago, Memphis, and I ain't even bother nobody. Every time somebody pull a gun on me, guess why they pull a gun on me? Because I got something they want. It's either money or 30 years ago, other stuff. That's why they pulling guns on me. And I've almost been dead twice. I done had cancer twice, had a saddle embolism in 2024, collapsed at the bank, wet my pants, had to go to the hospital for 5 days. My whole body quit. And when I saw my cancer doctors, guess what they say? Man, you lucky to be alive. Both of them say you lucky to be alive. Okay, cool. My appendix ruptured in, I forgot what year it was, about 7, 8 years ago. Almost killed me. Then I was bleeding inside in the hospital 17 days, couldn't walk. My wife had to wash me up. My kids had to help me walk around the hospital. So when people talk about me, about little bitty stuff, money, other little stuff going on, man, take that up the road, bro. I done woke up and they done told me your mama dead. I'm telling you, when I was in 9th grade, I love my mom. My mom did everything for me. You try waking up and they tell you the person you depend on and the person you love the most, that she gone. Try dealing with that at an early age. All right. That's why I sympathize with anybody that lose a parent at an early age before they get grown and can take care of themselves, because their mother is a nurturer. Now I done jumped off the whole study, but now I'm finna jump back on. And guess what? I guess my son done cut the air off and it's hot in here, but I'm going to stop and cut the air back on. So back to this. So they put you out the courtroom so your son, they put him out the courtroom so your kid can talk, okay? So this August 31st, 2023. Now, August 30th, I got diagnosed with cancer back in my neck again. It's the second time. So, and when hey man, the cancer come back, went to the ENT. Okay, man, cool. I don't get depressed, none of that, because I done told y'all I done been through too much to be out here crying or whining about something that's happening to me. Okay. So and I knew this August 3rd, but I got to go to trial. I found out August 3rd. I knew my neck was feeling funny. I had this this little spot on my tongue that wasn't supposed to be there. So, and like I said, I just go to the doctor. Hey, this, that. Okay, this is what I got to do. Okay, I'm gonna do this. So I go to trial August 31st. We having a whole day trial. They talk to my son, all this bullshit going on. My wife bringing people to testify against me. Testify against me? What? Y'all ain't seen me in 7 years. Y'all